The radio's up and the video's up and the recording's up, but I haven't synced yet. So, but you're gonna have plenty of things to sync on. And all three.
Hello, friends. Thank you for joining me today, and I'm glad you did, because I've got something pretty great for you, and that is another episode of Dream Daddy with Zach.
Dream Daddy with Sam.
Dream Daddy with
Sam.
Dream Daddy with
Sam.
Yay! So last time we finished our date with Joseph. We got
an S, but the date went kind of fucking all over the place.
Yeah, it was a little weird. There's some marital issues there. It's very complicated. And then
not a fan of Mary.
Yeah, and then we did not buy a child some e-liquid.
Yeah, we did the right thing and didn't fucking buy a child bad things.
Mm-hmm. And then we decided we've gone on one date with every dad, and
we've done our due dad diligence, our due dadligence,
and we're going to go on. We're going to do two more dates with Matt. I think it's 2 days because there's 3 hearts, so I'm assuming there's 3 dates. So we're going to go on another day with Matt. We have locked in our target. We are pursuing to the end game. We're we've got them zeroed in, and we're hoping to really push through and just work our way deep in. Anyway, instead of messaging the guy, why don't I just walk over and grab some coffee? I'm feeling really sluggish today anyway. Amanda! Amanda sticks her head out of her room. Father!
My dad and Ben will fucking respond to each other like that. They'll be like, boys! We'll be like, Dad! Like, we won't move.
What? And they never say anything, so you have to get up and see what they want.
Yeah, exactly. Want to go to the coffee spoon?
Oh, so you get called cool once, and now you're the cool dad who hangs out at coffee shops and listens to neo jazz and stuff?
Amanda.
Are you going to bring your laptop and your leather-bound journal so you can work on your poetry anthology?
Fucking, you're about to cross some lines, little girl. There's a difference between those hacks and what real authors do. I'm a real author, damn it.
He's published.
I am published. Look, honey, do you want me to buy you coffee or not?
Let me grab my laptop and my leather-bound journal.
Shit.
Oh, it's this guy.
Who voiced him?
You.
I have no recollection of what.
I don't remember what voice you gave him, but you voiced him.
Amanda and I make a short walk over to the coffee spoon. The place is quite quiet today. Just a few people. I'm vibing to this fucking music. Hanging out and reading books in the cozy little nooks. Nothing better than a nook book. A book nook.
A book of nooks.
That's why they call it the nook. I walk up to the counter and see a familiar pierced face. That's when it all fucking clicks right there.
The fucking light bulb goes off.
Yeah. Eat your heart out, Lucy. I just unlocked 100% of my brain because I figured out what the fucking nook meant. Oh, he was at the fucking... He was at the concert.
Selling the shirts at the concert, yeah.
What fucking voice did I give him?
Could not tell you.
Hey, you were the dude I yelled at a bunch the other night. Amanda cast a sideways glance at me. He tried to sell me shirts. And who might you be, miss? This is my daughter, Amanda, the person I am father to and very protective of. An honor to make your acquaintance. My name is Pablo. Did I mention that I make the Witch House music?
I wouldn't call Witch House music, but okay.
Dad.
A piercing blow to my ego, but not one that will dissuade my need to impress you. My innate dad senses tingle. I am overwhelmed with fatherly protective energy. I must do something to protect my child!
No, don't do that. Change the subject.
Anyways, Pablo, I didn't know you worked here. Oh yeah, man. Today's my first day. Matt's still training me. I realized I just gave him I gave him Tad Zackerson Light / Craig Light, but whatever.
Baby Craig.
Yeah, Baby Craig.
Baby Craig. Zacchio.
Matt comes out from washing dishes in the back room to meet Amanda and I. He and I high five as fellow cool people do. There we go. You might not even have to fucking sync that one up. That one might have been perfect.
That was perfect. I wasn't even looking at you. That's some twin brain idea. I see you met my newest employee.
At your service, although I'm only here until Vacant Veil starts their world tour. When's that? Well, we have to put out a record for us.
Alright, Pablo, now what do we do with customers again?
Oh, this won't be a fucking disaster. Mm-hmm. Right, yes. Pablo clears his throat. Hello, good folk of Maple Bay. Can I interest you in a tasty caffeinated beverage? I realized I made him like Sleepy Craig too. Like I slowed him down a little bit.
That feels right for him.
Yeah.
Smashing pumpkin spice.
Oh fuck please. Yes. A classic. And you?
Let's see what we got. Americano freaking. Fuck. Do Father John Misto.
Father John Misto, please.
That might be the worst pun I've ever heard. Father John Misty, for those that don't know. Hey,
I was one of those who didn't know. So
sorry, that Cole will appreciate that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, puns are the highest form of comedy.
Oh, I was making a joke off. Father John Misty has an album called Pure Comedy, and the drink is named after Father John Misty. So I was, yeah, never mind.
Just take the fucking compliment, dude. Coming right up. Pablo gets to work making our drinks while Matt observes him.
He'll get the hang of it.
I like how I went like super intense, like watching him, and you. Ooh.
Oh, my eyes widened.
Oh, you were reading. I didn't see the line. I thought you were just riffing.
No. He'll get the hang of it. For as goofy of a dude as he is, kid works hard.
Hey man, that concert was a lot of fun. We should hang out again.
Hell yes. Oh shit! Again, once per episode. I'm actually going to be done training Pablo in a couple hours. I was going to go record shopping. Want to come along?
Absolutely. Pablo brings us our drinks and Amanda buries herself in her laptop. I spend my time sipping my drink and cracking jokes with Matt. Last time we hung out, he told me he had trouble hanging out with other people, but for some reason he and I could talk and joke like old buds. It's weird. I feel really comfortable around him.
Cute.
I like his sleeve tattoo.
It's very cool.
Once Matt feels comfortable leaving Pablo on his own, I say goodbye to Amanda and we start walking. Ooh, I don't know if I like that. We start walking to the record store.
Hey. You ever been here before?
No. I mean, we have a record player sitting in the living room, but all I have are 2 copies of Frampton Comes Alive.
Oh, this should be fun, then. We're going to find you some good stuff.
The walls of the store are packed with posters, artwork, stickers, and records. A few people mill around, flipping through milk crates of albums. Some indie band... I need to get some milk crates. Where does one get milk crates from?
If you go to the grocery store, sometimes they'll give them to you if you ask.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Because these fucking cardboard boxes for my ammo shit ain't fucking cutting it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it depends on the store you go to, but like typically if you go to like the dairy area of a grocery store.
The dairy area? Some indie band is playing through speakers. Also, really it's quick, a nice vibe.
A good way to get pallets too if you need pallets for some reason.
Good to know. I would go to Home Depot for pallets.
That's true. But they're free.
I'm sure you could get them for free too if you fucking go to the shipping area. Or the receiving, I should say.
Yeah.
I worked in warehousing. I should know this shit. So, why do people still buy records? Isn't it kind of outdated at this point?
There's a lot of people who try to tell you that vinyl sounds warmer or more true to the artist's intent, but really I think it's just nice to collect records. It's cool that in this day and age we have just about every song ever created available instantaneously on our phones, but there's something about holding an album and getting to see the artwork in your hands that I'll always love. Me too. That's why I try to get as many records I love in physical form as possible.
Remember when we were kids and we'd have to wait around by the radio with a cassette tape so we could record all our favorite songs?
Mm-hmm. It made each listen really special, and mixtapes were even cooler because of how much work they took.
Now you just make a playlist. I think the last time someone gave me a real mixtape was in high school. So that shows that these guys are canonically a little older than us, but...
Yeah.
I look around the multi-level record store and spot some genres. Future wave, jungle, anarcho-pop, nunsploitation. I have no idea where even to start. Where's the vaporwave?
Nunsploitation? Probably behind the nunsploitation.
Probably. Dude, I fucking love vaporwave music. I got real big into it earlier this year.
It's really good to just vibe to.
Yeah.
Just like if you're doing something. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. It's great background music. Yeah, this is a little overwhelming.
Here, let me help you find something you might like. If you were a milkshake, what flavor would you be?
Weird that got all plunky with that, but... Ooh, alright.
I don't want to answer this way, but purple is just really
purple
funny.
Is very funny. Of all these, I would go with strawberry because they don't have chocolate.
If you could only buy one type of candle scent for the rest of your life, what would it be? Ooh, you're talking to the guys about this. Camouflage summer breeze.
I would go with Daffodil Mountain Spring.
Yeah. What's your favorite ambient sound?
Here we go.
Rains, Howls of the Bone Chorus.
I think you can guess mine.
Yeah. I'll let you pick yours. Yep.
Yeah.
That's mine too.
Although when I was writing Occupant, I would actually listen to not Star Trek, but Nostromo bridge ambience from Alien Isolation.
It's up to you?
Oh, I was going to go with Rain, and we both agreed on that. So
yeah. Really quick, did you know the new iOS update, you can actually set it to have rain sounds going in your... I have to find the video again, I'll send it to you, but you can actually set it to have rain sounds going, and even when you're listening to music or on a call, it'll still be going in the background. Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
I'll find the instruction video that I saw on TikTok for you, but yeah. Anyway, dream vacation. Living off the fat of the land in Ibiza.
Yeah. That's my realistic answer. My joke answer would have been the new life in the Baltics.
The Baltics. What's your deepest, darkest fear? Whoa. People ask me only because they want something from me. I feel they don't have happiness. Whenever get it, what if nobody exists for me? And just saying you two in the way that tells you to enjoy your food.
My real one, though, is this one.
Yeah.
Damn, we are fucking compatible as friends. We should do the Newlywed game sometime.
We should.
Matt thinks for a moment.
Oh, I know, just the thing.
Matt runs to the other end of the store and returns holding a record behind his back. He Naruto runs for some reason. He shows it to me.
Everybody in this town. Oh, that's actually a really good album. This is Trouble Will Find Me by The National. That you'd like this album,
yeah?
Zach, I think. Yeah.
All right, I'll have to check it out.
The National have honed their sad guy sound on album after album, and by this point, they're old pros about feeling blue. The music is so amazing that it'll actually cheer you up.
Oh, dude, thanks for the recommendation.
You're gonna have a great time with it, promise.
This is my favorite song off the Dream Daddy soundtrack. You know what it's called?
What's it called?
Indie Tune 1.
Awesome.
Matt and I bring our records to the cash register. A young girl with a septum ring and a buzz cut stands behind the counter with one earbud in. Usual stuff today, Matt?
Yeah, sounds great.
Just some light pickups.
Matt places 3 albums on the counter. Swear I'm Good at This by Diet Sig, Forever by Mystery Skulls, and Greatest Hits by Remo Drive.
Have not heard of any of them.
Tight.
Hey.
They may not be real.
Well, The National's real, so I don't know. So was Pop, and so was Pop.
That is true. We then so we recorded that episode, and then when we were in Teleco, we listened to it when it was just Sam and I under the pop-up in the river, and it was still just as good. The cashier rings Matt up and hands back his albums in a bag. She stares at me suspiciously. Who's the nerd? That nerd is... shit. Wow, alright.
That nerd is...
better than the other one. Zach Yule starts coming out of fucking Matt's face. Turns out he was the thing from Carrion the whole time. Who would have fucking thunk?
Well, listen. Okay, I'm about to do some things. So, canonically, the Carrion monster escapes the facility. He becomes the boys that starts the coffee shop and coffee talk. Matt is the owner of a coffee shop. It's all fucking coming together. Anyway, I just wanted to say I was looking up Remo Drive is the real band. That was the one I remembered. So
okay.
That I was about to do a completely different voice.
That nerd is my buddy Zachiel.
That nerd is my buddy Zachiel. Zachiel, this beacon of human charm, is Molly.
I got kicked out of art school for destroying my paintings at the end of every critique. Lovely to meet you. Anyway, Matt, is the open mic night still on?
You know it. Are the Third Ways going to do special acoustic performance?
I might see if I get a few of the girls together. There's an open mic night going on? Sorry, I could barely hear the music, so I'm just going to keep you one earphone in.
Okay.
I mean, it works for me, it works for you.
Perfect. Yeah, dude, we do it every month at the Coffee Spoon. Some amazing talent always comes through.
Got a flyer for it right here.
You and Amanda should come by that night.
Matt blushes.
I mean, if you're not doing anything...
Will Vacant Veil be playing?
If only.
I finished paying for my record and we head out of the store. Man, what a trip down memory lane. I haven't been in a record shop like that since the vans had shag carpeting.
Now that you mention it, isn't it strange to think of all those weird little musical memories?
How do you mean?
Well, I think music is a very time and place sort of thing. A song is important to me, not only in that I think it sounds good, but where I was and what I was doing when I listened to it. There's music that reminds me of exes, of struggling through school, of being so poor that I didn't know where my next meal was coming from. All that stuff, and listening to those songs reminds me of those moments in my life.
Yeah, now that I think about it, even that pop concert Amanda made me take her to is special. I mean, I'm not really a fan of the band, but hearing their songs on the radio reminds me of how young and excited Amanda was. And then that even reminds me of a younger me, going to see my favorite bands in concert with all my friends. We would always go to my friend Cynthia Chapman's house beforehand and smoke pot in her basement like we were so slick. Her parents definitely knew what we were doing. Wait, when was the last time you smoked pot? That stops and thinks for a moment.
It's been decades.
Dude, me too. Are we about to get fucking baked? Where do you even get pot now? Is that even what kids call it these days?
I don't know. But I bet I can find out. Do you want to get high and listen to our new records?
We might actually get fucking high with this guy.
Yeah, why not?
Matt pulls out his phone and starts texting. After a few minutes, he looks up and smiles at me.
Molly's got a hookup. Says a meeting in the alley near the coffee shop.
I've only ever gotten a second-hand high from one of my fucking neighbors. I think it's the people... No, it can't be below me because there isn't an apartment below me. It's one of these neighbors around me. They've done it a few times where they've smoked some fucking potent pot to the point where it comes into my place. And yeah, so I know what it's like to get high secondhand. But I've never actually smoked pot or done any of that myself.
Oh, man.
Okay, if it turn out it's the feds, you make a break for it and I'll take the heat. Just promise me that you'll raise Amanda like she was your own.
You realize that weed has been legalized in the state, right? Then why'd you go to a dispensary instead of hanging out in an alley, bro?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I definitely knew that. We live in dangerous times. Who knows what lurks in the seedy underbelly of Maple Bay? We could find ourselves on the wrong end of a deal gone bad. Just look out for Amanda.
I swear. Oh, here's our guy.
Come around the corner. Well, it's gonna be fucking Robert. I didn't read that, but oops. Excuse me, Mr. Drug Man. Oh, for fuck's sake.
No! Lucian!
Surprise, the person always jumps out of their skin. It's Lucian, Damien's son.
Who sent you? We're cool, man. We're cool. Says who? For all I know, you could be with the feds.
Actually, weed is league.
Prove you're cool.
What?
I need to know that you're down or I bolt. Sight mutually extreme destruction.
Look, man, we're trying to buy drugs from you, and we know you sell drugs. You have dirt on us, we have drugs on you. We're in this together now. Look at Matt's face.
He liked it, though. Look, it's fine, I get it. Buzzcut Molly said you were...
Buzzcut Molly. That's a fucking ska band name right there.
Yes, it is.
Right. Now the formalities are out of the way, let's make a deal.
Alright, how much do you want?
1.
1 what?
The Zach side of Zachio Rames is really coming through right now.
One weed.
Yeah.
He means weed, Lucian. Yeah, but how much? What? Oh my god, look, here, take this and give me $10. Just don't tell my dad. Let's all forget this ever happened. I won't tell your dad if you don't.
Lucian hands me a baggie of something and disappears down the alleyway. I open it to take a deep whiff. Smells like genuine drugs, yes sirree.
That went smoothly.
Yeah, we should get off public property before we smoke this.
Great idea. Let's head back to my place, yeah?
Matt and I walk to our cul-de-sac and stop at a gas station on the way to buy rolling papers and soda. I feel like I'm 16 again.
Carmen C is having a sleepover tonight, so that gives us all the time we need to do drugs.
I like this. The upper... This actually...
Yeah,
that's cool. Reminds me of that house I stayed in Florida. Awesome! Let's do some drugs.
Do drugs, weed smoking minigames?
It's a video game. Employers, it's for a video game. Matt pulls one of the records out of his bag and puts it on for us. I plop down on a comfy leather couch and look around his place. There are a bunch of band posters and his record collection takes up an entire wall.
Fuck yeah, it's a dream.
What a collection.
Been collecting my whole life. It was nice to finally get them all in one place after being on the road for so much of my life. I asked my parents to hold on to them for me.
Matt sits down next to me. We lay the marijuana drugs out on the coffee table.
Do you want to do the honors?
Please, it's your house.
If you say so.
Matt pulls out some rolling papers and sprinkles some of the beatnik tobacco onto a piece. I swear to Christ, if they say sticky icky. He starts rolling it back and forth, and paper breaks almost immediately, spilling drugs all over the couch.
Yeah. Never was too good at this.
Matt tries again, is able to successfully roll a nice-looking weed cigarette? A left-handed cigarette? He hands me a lighter and the blunt, I think, and I take it. Well, let's
rip that golf fairway.
Open up the nug.
Oh my god.
Which one should we go with?
Yeah, let's rip that golf fairway. Yes, let's do that.
I light the joint and inhale deeply.
I eat the cigarette.
I don't realize we bought edibles. This is not what I remember. It's been a while though. Maybe pot drugs have gotten more potent since the last time I smoked. I pass the joint to Matt and cough a little bit. Should it sting this much or am I just a baby? Matt takes a hit and his eyes go wide.
That's not weed.
Oh
no.
Fuck, did we just hit some PCP? Oh god. Did we just develop a taste for meth?
No, it's
like grass or something.
It's oregano.
Yeah, Matt takes another hit and winces.
Yeah, this is oregano.
I sniff the air. Yeah, that would definitely explain why it smells like a pizza place in here. Just like a grandma's farm! That little punk ripped us off.
Oh, well, we can still relax and enjoy the music sober.
You know what? You're right. I was like, man, they're tackling all sorts of subjects in this game, like fucking drug use and all that. We sit and listen through the Diet Sig album that Matt bought, which is catchy as hell. I look around the room again and see photos of Carmencita growing up. I spot a young woman with a huge smile in one of the pictures of the two. Who's that?
Oh, that's Rosa. She was Carmencita's mother. She died when Carmencita was young.
I'm sorry to hear that. Amanda lost Alex at a young age, too. I can understand how hard that must have been. I look around, spotting a framed gig poster hanging on the wall. On it, there's an illustration of Matt and Rosa surrounded by flowers. The cursive lettering reads, "Stillness the Dancing." Looks like they played the Soundgarden over a decade. The Soundgarden? You know where the Soundgarden is, right?
I know what Soundgarden is.
So this,
Chris Cornell.
I'm pretty sure the Soundgarden. There is a Soundgarden over in like the Fishkill Poughkeepsie area too. I think it's still around.
Maybe so.
Because people usually associate it with like Bethel Woods and shit like that. So, were you two in a band together?
Yeah, that was the reason I was touring so much when I was younger. We traveled the whole country in this rinky-dink little van. It was hard to start, but once we started gaining notoriety and seeing how much our songs meant to kids, it was just incredible.
Wow, that seems like a life some people can only dream of.
It was, and it was difficult at the same time. I couldn't have done it without someone by my side. Rosa and I knew that we couldn't do it forever. The long hours on the road, missing your family, sleeping in the van, all that stuff.
Oh, man.
So once she became pregnant with Carmencita, we put down roots in our favorite town to play in. Right here. Since she was a kid, Rosa always had a dream to own a quiet little coffee shop. She died before it opened.
So sorry.
Don't be.
I'm not really sure what to say. I couldn't possibly count the number of times I've told people the same thing after Alex died.
Hey.
Matt gets up to flip the record. Next to the turntable, I notice a dusty piano. Also, I don't think that because we chose a wife, right? For ours?
Yeah.
I don't think she'd been named before this episode.
This is the first time I think I've heard
Okay, yeah, because I was like, I don't remember knowing her name was Alex.
But I think it would probably be Alex regardless, because that's a very...
Yeah, but I'm just saying it never came up.
Yeah, it's the first time, yeah.
Do you play?
I'm out of practice.
I used to jam on the keys back in the day.
Oh, yeah?
I fronted the hottest 7-piece ska band that Eagle Rock Bay High School had to offer.
Hey.
Buzzcut Molly.
Pick it up, pick it up,
No
pick
way. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. No way, you had a ska phase?
it up! Phase? Ska never dies.
Oh.
Except for Communist Manifesto, who broke up after the senior talent show to pursue solo careers.
Oh.
Dude, that's so rad.
Matt pulls out the piano bench.
Hey.
Give me some of that two-tone love. Ooh.
Oh man, let's see if I still got it.
Hey, yeah.
I sit down to the piano.
What do you think on this one?
I say go with a classic.
Okay.
I start playing chopsticks.
What a jam. Look at that smile.
Can you top that?
Oh, man.
I shouldn't.
Ah, come on.
Oh, man.
No, it's been a long time. Never too late to get back into it. Fuck it.
Matt, you just sat through a butchered version of Chopsticks, a song that children who are learning to play the piano usually figure out before they're 10. How much worse can it be? Oh, happened to me too. Matt stares at the piano for a second.
Okay. Ooh. Okay.
Matt closes his eyes and runs his fingers over the keys. He breathes in deep and starts playing a melody. If I didn't know that he hadn't played piano in a long time, I would never have guessed it. Matt plays a soft, sweet tune filled with emotion. I've never heard this before. Is this one of his original works? This is so cool.
Oh.
Matt finishes the song and finally opens his eyes.
How was that?
That was amazing.
Oh, it's nothing.
Come on, man. That was killer. Are you going to pull that out for the open mic night?
Oh, no, I never played those.
Well, why not? You're really good.
It's just, I just don't do it anymore. I just don't like being up there and alone and having so many people stare at me. It doesn't feel fun anymore.
I can sense that Matt's getting uncomfortable with the thought of it. I won't push him any further.
Yeah.
Alright, man. But I hope you know how beautiful your music is.
Thanks.
Hey.
Matt and I sit and listen to more records until it gets late, and I decide that I need to get to bed. Matt walks me to my door.
Hey.
Let's never tell anyone about the oregano, okay?
Deal. Wait, can I tell my doctor? I don't know anything about the health effects of smoking oregano, and
Hey.
I think we'll be fine.
Hey.
Night, dude.
I smile. Night.
Mm.
I walk inside and the house is dark, save for the sliver of light coming from beneath Amanda's door.
Huh.
I knock lightly on the door and enter Amanda's room. She's sitting at her desk with her camera, editing her photos. I was like, what the fuck was up there? But it was the saving thing.
Oh, gotcha.
Hey, Amanda. Amanda swivels around in her chair to face me and slumps down.
What smells like a pizza parlor in here?
What? Nothing. So, what's up?
Dad, I'm hungry. Hi, hungry, I'm dead. Wait, no.
Hi, hungry.
Yes! Yes! No!
I'm dead. And it collapses. Like, oh my god, she fell through the floor. Somebody save my
man.
daughter.
I promised myself I'd never let it come to this.
Sorry, kiddo. You set it up, I spike it down.
You're a monster.
Want some spaghetti?
Yes, please.
No, I want spaghetti. Amanda and I boil pasta and heat up sauce in a pan. Well, I boil pasta and heat up sauce in a pan while Amanda watches. Despite my best efforts, I'm not able to set it on fire. Bro, I made a fucking delicious recipe the other day. So, remember what? So it was the ragu, but I made it with instead of the ground beef or the venison, I made it with ground turkey.
Oh, interesting.
It came out really, really fucking good.
How was record collecting?
It was great. Did you know that Matt used to play in a band?
No way. Was he good?
I don't know if the band was good, but he played some piano for me tonight, and it was amazing.
Alright.
He played piano for you? Dude.
Yeah, I brought it up that he should play at the open mic night that's happening at his coffee shop, but he got kind of weird about it.
Hey, I saw a flyer for that. We should go.
It's not too late to start a father-daughter punk band and play a couple tunes there.
Yeah, let me break out my glockenspiel. I only know hot cross buns, but we can work off the chord
Free!
progression.
Like me when I was learning the recorder in school. Amanda and I have a nice dinner before she goes back to her room to do photography stuff. I end up watching True Life. I'm a house hunter.
What are these shows?
They're staging an intervention for the house hunter, who is crying uncontrollably over the color of the walls. They know they can paint the walls of their house any color they want, right? Matt's song is stuck in my head all night. I kind of want to hear what this fucking song sounds like now.
Yeah. Day completed. What do we get?
520.
Hell yeah.
You know
Yeah!
fire in my heart.
All right.
Bruh.
Well, it's been a long day. I'm just about ready to pack it in. After a few bites of ice cream from the freezer, I turn off all the lights and walk down the hall to my room. I wonder if Amanda's still awake. That kid needs some sleep. As I pass her room, I can hear a faint sound, but can't quite make out what it is. I get a little closer. Is she crying? Oh, shit. I knock gently on the door. Hey, Amanda. The crying immediately stops.
Not right now.
Her voice sounds strained. She sniffles. I need to make sure she's okay. I open the door. In the dark, I could see Amanda's outline in the middle of her bed, knees hugged up against her body. Is everything okay?
I don't want to talk about it.
I got it. Did something happen?
No, nothing happened. Go away.
Amanda.
Get out!
Okay. I quickly leave the room and shut the door behind me. Once the door closes, I can hear her crying again. Wow. What has her so upset? She seemed fine earlier. She's usually so open with me. Did I do something wrong? Is she mad at me? I guess if she wasn't before, she definitely is now. I can't even remember the last time she snapped at me like that. I have a hard time falling asleep, but when I finally do, I'm still thinking about Amanda. After a long night of very little sleep, I roll out of bed and make myself a pot of coffee. Amanda should be up for school soon. Maybe she'll be willing to talk about whatever's bothering her. About 10 minutes before she's supposed to leave, Amanda comes out of her room and makes a beeline for the freezer. Morning, Amanda.
Morning.
She drops the frozen waffle on the toaster and slams the freezer door. She won't look at me. Yikes. So, anything big going on at school today?
No.
Okay. Do you need a ride to school?
No.
Want some coffee? Amanda pulls the toaster lever and takes her still freezer burned waffle out before it's finished cooking.
I have to go.
Amanda picks up her bag and storms out. Oh. Okay. I haven't seen her act like this in a long time. It's usually short-lived, but it always hurts. Hopefully this blows over and things are back to normal soon. I sit back at the kitchen table and look at a picture of Amanda and I hanging on the wall. In it, I'm teaching her to ride a bike. Her face is a mixture of excitement and pure, unadulterated fear. I remember how determined she was. Every time she would fall off and scrape her knee, she would get up and try again. Finally, I had to stop her because she was bleeding everywhere. And she started to cry because she didn't think she needed bandages and wanted to keep trying. As I put the bike away, she just stood in the middle of the street and screamed. Then I took her for ice cream and it was like nothing ever happened. After giving it a bit of thought, I decided that if I force her to talk about it, I'm only going to make things worse. But I have an idea. I start rummaging around for the ingredients. I hear Amanda walk in the door. Instead of heading for the kitchen like she usually does, she makes a beeline for her room. She's clearly trying to avoid me. Hey, Pumpkin?
What?
Can you come here for a sec? There's a moment of silence.
Yeah.
I wanted to say sorry about last night. I'm just worried about you, kiddo. I get scared when I know something's wrong, and I get even more scared when I feel like I can't do anything about it.
Dad,
So just, whatever it is, and you don't have to tell me if you don't want to, but whatever it is, just know that you have a dad in your corner who wants you to be happy.
Oh no.
Honey, you know I'm bad with words, so I was hoping I could speak a language we both understand. I pull a cake out of the refrigerator and place it on the table. Hopefully the frosting is set by now. Ta-da!
Dad.
Took me a really long time. Took me a really long time because I ran out of red frosting somewhere around sad and had to start over, and...
This is beautiful.
It's strawberry. Amanda gives me a big ol' hug. I grab some plates and forks and serve us up some delicious cake.
So, it's really stupid.
What is?
This whole thing, I know I've been really weird lately, and there's just... I don't even know how to explain it. I feel like I might have to make you a chart.
I'm listening. Do you want me to take notes?
I guess I should start from the top. So you know Emma R. is going to that fancy school in California, right?
Emma R. Oh, shit.
So she was the one who puked in Dead Gotham Beyond. So it's... I think... that one. I think. Yeah! You got it. Wow, proud of you. Anyways, ever since she got the acceptance letter, I've been feeling like she's drifting away, you know? And she's been spending a lot more time with Grace and Emma P. And I just thought it was all in my head for a while. But then I found out from Rosie M that both of the Emmas, Grace and Noah, all went to a party at Mackenzie F's on the same night. And they all told me they were busy studying for the Calc AB final.
Oh, those bitches.
Those fucking bitches.
Yikes.
Yeah. So another important piece of information is, God, this is embarrassing. I have a crush on Noah. And that's the thing.
What? Whoa, I had no idea. I definitely didn't know that. Okay. Noah's the one that I voiced, right? From the
I don't
coffee
think
shop?
No, that was Pablo. I don't think Noah's
that's
been,
right.
Yeah. You're a bad liar.
So are you.
I've learned from the worst. Anyway, so the only person I told about the crush was Emma R. She promised not to tell anybody. I didn't confront them about the party thing because I didn't want to start drama, so I just kept quiet and kept going about my business.
Amanda sighs.
And then one day, I invited everybody out to get nachos at the mall, and after not texting me back for like 2 hours, even though none of them ever put their phones down for more than 60 seconds, they all say they're busy, like simultaneously. So I tell them, never mind, I'll just eat nachos at home, right? We were out of chips, and I really, really wanted nachos.
Totally understandable.
So I go to the mall anyway. I get to the food court, and who do I see there but Grace, Emma P, Emma R, and Noah, all hanging out together eating nachos without me. What the fuck?
What?
It gets better. I'm standing by the escalators watching them, and I realize that Noah has his arm around Emma R, which is kind of weird, right?
Continue.
But then they kiss.
I already racked the gun. You know what I'm going to react
too
to.
late, yeah.
No!
Yes, I know. So I storm over there and I'm like, hey! And Grace drops a nacho on her shirt because of course she does. And Emma R just like glares at me.
Grace. Nothing is coming up. I don't know who that is. Grace is
Grace?
the...
Gossipy one. I know. Grace is the one nobody really likes, or I guess that's me now. But anyway, nobody will say anything, and I'm just like, you guys suck, which I realize is not the most eloquent thing to say, but I was very angry and really embarrassed, and I just wanted to get out of there. So I left without nachos, might I add, which only further contributed to the shitty day. And I immediately drafted a super long text to this group chat asking them why they've been so weird. And I wrote another one to Emma R asking how long the Noah thing's been going on. And sorry, I know that's a lot. You still following? Middle one. Well, no. What did Emma R say? Oh, okay. Get a load of this. Emma R says, you know what? Let me just read it to you. Oh, man.
Amanda pulls out her phone and reads word for word an arduously long string of text messages.
Can you believe that?
I cannot believe
that.
I care so much about Amanda's social life and mental well-being, but man, do I not understand what she's talking about. This is all beyond me, but I'm trying my hardest to be supportive.
They were dating in secret for like months. So I told her that she's being a really terrible friend, and she's like, well, if you think I'm so terrible, then just stop being my friend. And I was like, okay. And then she left me on red. And then...
Wait, left me on red? What's that?
Oh, like, she saw my message and didn't reply. And I know because there are read receipts.
I don't know what read receipts are, but I'm just going to nod and pretend like I understand. Gotcha.
So while this is all happening, I'm talking to Emma P about how mad I am because she's at least being kind of reasonable. And I'm venting her about how pissed I am at everybody and stuff. And then out of nowhere, Noah texts me and is like, how could you say that about me? And I'm like, say what about you? And tells me Emma P sent screenshots of everything I told her to the group chat that I got kicked out of. Oof.
All right, I think you lost me at screenshots, but that definitely sounds bad.
There's so much more, but honestly, it's all just really stupid teenager stuff. The bottom line is that everybody dropped me, half of my grade hates me, and now I have no friends.
Amanda, I'm so sorry.
I almost expected it from everybody else, but Emma R's been there since Mom died. I can't believe she would just stab me in the back like that. I'm not even that mad she's dating Noah. I'm just upset that she lied to me about it for so long.
Amanda stabs at the remnants of her cake.
Okay, I take it back. I'm kind of mad she's dating Noah. Like, what did I do wrong? Why did everybody just suddenly decide I'm not cool anymore? Why wasn't I enough? I don't understand. And as mad as I am at everybody, like, I miss them, Dad.
Amanda looks so dejected I almost can't take it. What can I possibly say to help?
But anyways, that's it. That's the whole sordid tale. Thanks for listening. Tune in next week for more hot gossip.
Wow.
I know, it's pretty dumb.
It's not dumb. It's not dumb at all. This is incredibly real.
Yeah. No, it's a stupid thing to be upset over.
Amanda, your feelings are real. Don't ever be mad at yourself for having feelings.
I guess.
Unless you've secretly been a robot who's been approximating human feelings this whole time?
Dad, if I was a robot, I would have transformed into a monster truck a long time ago.
But seriously, I know you probably don't want advice, but I feel like it's my duty as a dad to bestow upon you a few nuggets of fatherly wisdom. Real friends don't do that.
Yeah.
When you get older, you start realizing the sort of people you want to associate yourself with. Do you really want to surround yourself with people who would do something like that to their friend? It takes a lot of work to maintain meaningful friendships. I skipped part of that, but whatever. It took me a long time to figure that out myself, and I wish I had learned it sooner.
Mm-hmm.
The other person isn't putting the effort in to show you how much they care. It's not worth it. You're not beholden to being their friend. Ultimately, I think this says way more about their character than it does about yours, because you're amazing. And if they can't see that, well, that's their problem.
Yeah, she's going to go to college and make a bunch of better friends.
Yeah. This actually particularly hits home with recent events that I know you know about. So
yeah. I'll keep that in mind.
Look down at the table. Did we just eat that whole cake?
Fuck yeah. Yes, we did just eat that whole cake.
Well, good talk. Amanda gets up and goes to her room. Before she closes the door, she turns around.
Hey, Pops.
Yes?
Thank you.
You're always welcome. Love you, Amanda.
I love you too, Dad.
Oh, I'm not even going to say that.
That was a nice voice line.
Perfect.
Always help a friend in need.
That's true. And on that note, we're going to call it there. I was not expecting that realness at the end of this episode,
that was really good.
Yeah.
I think that one goes right up there with, I mean, you know, we didn't really go into a talk about it, but that goes right up there with episode 3 of Coffee Talk and our little, our big aside. That was like a quarter of the episode.
Yeah, just talking about like family and stuff like that. Yeah. Like that is such a thing. The thing about it is like, I still have a few of my like friends from high school that I'm still like friends with, you know. But most of my relationships and friendships that I have, I made, you know, later in life through work and through other things of that nature. And so it's just like,
oh, absolutely. And
people,
I mean, go ahead.
I was just gonna say people change over time, and you know, the thing of it is that it's gonna happen in your adult life too. You're gonna make friends that, you know, that come into your life when you're older, like our age, and then something, you know, their priorities will change. You, me, and Cole are a perfect example of that. It's a perfect example, yeah. It's like people's priorities change, and you know, so do friendships because of that. And it's sad, but you know, well, it's just the truth of things. But also then on sort of like the flip and more positive side of that, you have examples where, you know, I have like 3 or 4 friends from high school that I'm still in contact with, and we will go months, sometimes years without talking. Mm-hmm. But then when we reconnect, it's like no time has passed. Yeah. But no, that
that part, especially with the line, it says more about their character than it does yours, really hit me, especially with some stuff with the recent breakup, which I'll go into detail later on at some point. I wrote down another fucking note for my talking points. But especially the whole, like, they're all hanging out and, and her being ostracized. I went through that shit when I was in middle of high school. So it's like, holy fuck, like, this is like bringing back something. That was really well done.
And he was right too, where it's just like, it does say more about their character because, again, if you are truly someone's friend, you don't just exclude them.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't just. There are just a lot of things. There are so many things you do. Like true friends talk it out.
Yeah.
And sometimes friendships end, but you don't just leave people hanging.
Yeah. No, it's 100% right.
I had some relatively recent experience with that, which Zach is aware of. So you don't just leave friends hanging. But anyway, that'll be all for this episode. Next time we'll go on another date with Matt and see if this situation with Amanda resolves itself. But until then, you can do good YouTube things, like, comment, and subscribe to let us know we're doing a good job, and hit that bell notification. YouTube will tell you when new episodes come out. And as always, I would like to remind you, have a great life. Thank you very much.
See you next time. Bye-bye.